As a parent, you have ups and downs, but I've found reaching all the milestones is one of the most enjoyable parts, but it's also one of the most stressful things. And I think social media definitely is not your best friend, because you'll see that your baby needs to be walking and speaking full sentences by 1 year old, which is not true, but it puts so much pressure and stress on those mums thinking that our babies aren't reaching the correct milestones at the exact correct times. I do find nighttime can be quite hard, because when your baby isn't going to bed when she's meant to be and she just wants to either cry or play, I think that definitely can be hard, especially when you're already tired and you just want to relax. But again, I think there is a lot of pressure on mums to have routines for babies. Babies will get themselves into a routine in their own time, but I think getting them into the routine can be fun, but it's also very stressful. As a younger parent, I've definitely faced judgment and stigma. I think young mums are definitely underrated, and I think we have a bad image, a bad name on us as young mums, and I'll never understand why. I mean, I love the fact that I'm a young mum, because I have many more years to give her a sibling and I can even be more active for her. But I definitely think since being diagnosed with PCOS, I'm very lucky to have had my baby, and as the older you get, the less a chance you have at conceiving. So I just ignore all of the judgment, because I know that I'm a great mum and my baby is healthy, she's happy, she goes to bed in a warm house and has lots of toys she likes to play with, but she definitely prefers the kitchen utensils and things that aren't toys. But I just ignore all the judgment. I don't think there's any need for it whatsoever. Homestart has been a big help for me since having my daughter, and especially Alice, who is a young parents coordinator. She's always up for a chat to see how I'm getting on or how I'm doing at home. If you need someone to talk to, or some advice, or even some help with funds, as we know, children aren't cheap and neither is their formula, they are always there to help when you need, so never be afraid to ask for help, as that's what they're there for. My hopes for the future would be to become a midwife, mainly because I found my pregnancy was amazing, and it's just fascinating what a woman's body can do, and it would be a privilege to experience what I felt with other women. I think one of the barriers that gets in the way of me wanting to become a midwife is where I'd find the time. I found that studying can be time consuming as well as having a baby. Babies just need constant attention, and realistically, when I've tried to study with my baby in the house, it just didn't work, because my mind was focused on if she's okay and not my studying. I'm always overthinking about my future, because I find it hard to think that I couldn't work 12-hour shifts as a midwife and miss all of that time with my daughter. I'm sure I'll figure out what I want to do at some point, but just one thing at a time. And I found like pressuring yourself isn't the best thing you can do when you're thinking about your future. For all the other young mums that are finding themselves struggling, I'd definitely reach out to Homestart. I think it's a different scenery. You see different people, and you can just get the help you need. So say as if you felt lonely, or you just wanted to talk about your fears of being pregnant, or even like how excited you are, I think having someone to speak to and coming to Homestart definitely helped. I found myself having coffee and days out with my parent coordinator just to have a chat about things and get things off your mind. And if you need any help with, let's say, moving house, I think I got my parent coordinator, Alice, to help me with the documents and everything involved. So now, as a mum to my almost 1-year-old, I'd love to tell my pregnant self that things may seem hard and you might get anxious sometimes, and you might do a million Google searches the day you bring your baby home, but that's fine, because whatever you're experiencing is just a phase. Like sleepless nights, that's just a phase. They'll get out of it. Refusing to drink, that it's just a phase. Everything gets better. I found the older Delilah gets, the easier things can be, but again, you'll find other bumps in the road that again they'll just go in time.